Thank you so much. Ivory, go ahead. Unmute Ivory. Big Ivory in the
Okay.
building. Ivory, what
Hey,
up?
hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Ivory, you've been here for a
Okay,
long
cool.
time. You got an opportunity to hear everyone speak. You got opportunity to hear the audio, man. Listen, go off. Go off. The floor is yours.
I actually didn't hear the audio, but I'll just go off the
Hold on. Let
uh.
me play the audio real quick. Hold on.
Okay. Till-
Hey, love to you back, Miss Nisi. Like I said, I know. I could tell you had real love. I could tell you really love that man. You really value that relationship, and like I said, you're going to be, you know, you're gonna find genuine love again, and it is not over for you. So, um, yeah, continue doing what you're doing. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Here, I'm gonna play the audio for y'all.
You know what? Y'all women don't want no good man. No, y'all don't. Y'all want the thugs. Yeah, y'all want the guys that's gonna break y'all heart. Yeah, you do. You keep on talking to the same type of dudes. Yes, you do. Be quiet. You do. You don't want the good guys, the simps. The guys that stay in the house and won't cheat on you. You don't want him. He's too boring. Right? He's too lame. He's not attractive. Girl,
Mhm.
you better enjoy that peace that comes with that man. That man offers peace that you ain't never had in your entire life. You hear me? You better get with that man because of what he can do for your soul. You better get with that man for what he can do for your soul. Not for what he can do. Oh, he look good out here. Oh, he fine. Oh, baby, that don't mean anything. The older you get, you want peace and stability and love. That's it. That's all you should ever want from a man. Stop saying y'all want a good man when you ain't even attracted to what a really good man offers you, okay?
Is she speaking facts or is she speaking fiction, y'all? Y'all let me know in the chat. Was she speaking
Uh,
facts or was she speaking fiction? Go ahead, Ivory.
um, I feel like she was right in some aspects, but what irritates me is people act like street dudes or thugs or whoever you want to call it. Y'all act like they can't give those same things just because of their quote unquote occupation or their criminal background. Y'all, they act like they're not capable to show those things. A lot of the times those men will protect their woman better than the quote unquote good men. And I feel like a lot of the times too, it's not even about, I understand, I feel like we got to be realistic. You are attracted to what you're attracted to, not speaking on characteristics. I'm speaking on like physical. You're attracted to what you're attracted to. I'm not saying height because I feel like that's dumb because people can't really change their height. Like if like the last woman up here was saying she wanted a man that's 6'5", but then she turned around and said, "Well, I know some men they like skinny women." That doesn't correlate because people weight can change. If you like somebody that's big, they can lose weight. If you like somebody that's skinny, they can gain weight. But to say you want a man that's 6'5", a man can't change his height. That's dumb to me. Um, but I feel like a lot of those men too. A lot of people like to call them Pookies and Ray Rays, and I may sound like I understand that a lot of negative things come with that type of lifestyle, but at the same time, and I said this in the chat earlier, and somebody tried to argue me over it, but I said if I don't mind a street dude, I don't mind a thug as long as if he gets what he needs out of that and get out of it, I'm cool with that because a lot of the times those street thugs and those dudes they're really intelligent. A lot of people don't give them the credit that they deserve. You mean to tell me you can look at something and tell me how much it weighs or tell me the amount it is, whether it's a kilo, a gram, like it's so many transferable skills that they have. People like to down them instead of saying, "Look, you got these transferable skills. You were able to take a kilo of this and you're able to flip it into that. How about use something that's legal and flip that and make illegal money off of it instead of but the people want to put them down. People want to say, oh, Pookie and Ray Ray's, whatever the case. That's just how I feel like I like to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. I like, and there's a specific type of swagger that these dudes have that a lot of quote unquote good men don't have. Like I feel like there is a swagger, there's a confidence, there's a presence, and she's saying choose peace. And I understand that. I get where she's coming from. I understand that they're in that lifestyle. You may not have, you know, this swagger is not authentic. It is authentic. I feel like a lot of the times there was this one dude that came on, he went viral. Some black boy who was saying, oh, well, I work at a corporation and I make X amount of money and y'all can't even afford the stuff that I get. Y'all can't even did it, like, kind of talking his ish, which I understand, but there was still a sense of good guys that a lot of people talk about. Oh, he went to Harvard, he's this, he's that. There's this closeness to whiteness that I personally don't like about it. I don't like the fact that don't be condescending. If you're a good guy, then be a good guy, but you don't got to be condescending to about how much money you make or about where you went to school at or about the lifestyle that you live. Because he was saying, well, I come from a two-parent household and my parents made sure to do this, that, and the third. Y'all couldn't even afford to go to the school that I went to. And it's like, okay, that's fine and dandy, but then you wonder why black people don't like you is because you're acting like the same white people that talk down to us every day. And
Those airhead black men do exist.
yeah, they really do exist. And I feel like it's that sense of, like, even when people say Shaniquas and all this other stuff, like Carisha and all of them, a lot of guys like them for the same reason why a lot of girls like the thugs and the street dudes. There's an excitement that's there. There's a swagger. There's a confidence. There's a I don't care what nobody got to say about me. I'm gonna be me at the end of the day. I'm not gonna change who I am for nobody. And regardless of what box I fit in, I kind of consider myself, I'm very green. I'm not in the street life. I don't know much about it. So don't, let what I say fool y'all. I don't know much about it. But at the same time, I'm me and I'm not gonna change who I am or change how I act to try to attract a certain type of person. I do believe that for me, I like a guy, like my typical guy. I don't even have no physical attributes, like as far as he needs to be 6'5", he needs to be cut, built, whatever. Because those, I feel like that's that. But I feel like for me, it's about him. Like he gotta have a certain swagger or a certain confidence about him to even attract me in the first place. Like I feel like if I look at you and you kind of like you can't live in who you are, you don't have peace in who you are as a person, I don't want you. Like if I can spot a pump faker. So yeah, you do have a lot of dudes that's faking the funk, claiming that they in the street life, not even don't know what they're doing. I can spot that. But I do feel like there's things that can change. People can change and you can't really down somebody. Now I will say, as far as um the whole having kids thing, I forget the last girl that was speaking, but she was saying how all men should have vasectomies, which that's my trolling comment when it comes to the whole Roe versus Wade thing. That's my thing to say. Like I'll troll and be like, well, I feel like all men should get vasectomies. But in reality, and I'm gonna sound like a hypocrite because I'm gonna be straight up and honest with y'all. I don't want kids right now, but I do things that will make me have a child. Like I lay down, I
We
have a
talked
boy.
about it. We talked about it. You
Yeah,
don't have
we've
to.
talked about it before. I sleep with my boyfriend. I don't, protection, all that stuff. I don't use it, but I understand. At the end of the day, I still have the understanding that I may get pregnant one day. But then once I get pregnant, once that seed is planted, and I get that the guy's fault for even planting that seed, but I still made the choice to lay down with him. If I get pregnant, best believe it's going back to where it came from. That's just me. Um,
I'm sorry to cut you off really quick, Ari. So basically, what you're saying is, and like we talked about this before, but basically, what you're saying is, you know what you're doing, and you know what could possibly be a result of what you're doing. So, you are taking accountability, for what you're doing. But like you said,
yeah.
you don't want to have a child right now. But if you were to get a certain result, you are going to return it to the sender, which as a woman, you have, well, Roe versus Wade, but you did have the right to do at one point in
I
time.
still have the right. I'm in North Carolina. They ain't taking that right away. We're still able to do that. So I technically still have the right to do so. And I feel like people that saying that's not taking accountability, it is taking accountability, because what people don't understand is it's a lot that comes with that choice. it's not no magic thing where you don't go to somewhere who does those things and they wave a magical wand in front of your stomach and it goes away. That's not how it works. There's a lot that goes into that process. There's a lot that goes into, it's literally putting yourself in labor or literally making yourself miscarriage, and that process alone is traumatic. So I feel like anybody that can do that more than twice and say, anybody that's using that as a birth control, that's not right. I'm just saying, for me personally, if it happens, that's what I'm gonna do. Me having a child and bringing it into this world and then blaming the man and then blaming everybody else except me, that's not taking accountability.